Do not tell the studio that you want to work at that you're a musician. Do not let them know you're a musician. Because musicians only want to work in the studio until they can get free studio time to make their hit record, and then as soon as they got their wonderful hit, they leave after they broke half of the stuff. Believe me, all studio owners think that way. You know why I know? Because I did the hiring for Group 4, and I was told how to think. My boss never knew I played until his daughter got married. I said, I'll put a band together, and I won't charge you. I'll pay the other guys, for a couple $100, I can get you a nice band. You do that? Yeah, all right, do it. And then all of a sudden, when I got over there and played, he said, you know how to play that thing? I said, well, I don't talk about it. Because they don't want to hire musicians. Because musicians flaked out on them. They always did. They all understand and know this, all the studios in town. Now, your music ability is a very big benefit to your recording abilities. If you want to go to work in a studio, don't make a big issue of the point that you know a lot about music. Shut your mouth, go to work, answer the phones. You don't care how you get your foot in the door, because you got a toolbox full of tools, and it's only a matter of time before they're going to need those tools from you. And then the minute you come up with and deliver, hey, you're not answering the phones no more, dude. We're going to put you over here now. Now you're going to, all of a sudden, it's worth investing in you. They invested in you in the first place by letting you answer the phones. Believe me. Okay, so sure you got to go get this education, and sure you got to be ready, and sure you got to have all the tools in that toolbox, but don't just expect that somebody's going to give you the job just because you did all that, because everybody does all that. It's a jungle. You got to get that job by saying, I will do anything, because they can teach you what they want you to know. They would rather have your attitude than your knowledge, because they can give you the knowledge that they want you to have. But they can't give you the attitude. You either have that or you don't. You as the engineer, you're definitely going to deal with people with bad attitude. Half of these people got ego problems that you're going to work with that'll knock you over. Attitude problems all over the place. What do you think would be a good profession to come from going into being a recording engineer? What kind of person's experience, their background, musician, electrical engineer, whatever, would make a good recording engineer? What do you think? What about a beautician? You know why? Because a beautician is trained in their craft. They know what they're doing when it comes to how to make you look your best. And then they get someone to come in and say, I want orange over here, and I want pink coming out of this, and I want you to do this with one spike coming out of my nose. And they say, okay. And they have to make you happy, and they have to be able to say to themselves and their peers, I did that. That is a major accomplishment. Major. Because you know what's going to work the best. And you got to shut your mouth. Because you are providing a service. Musicians have a hard time. I myself have a hard time. I know too much about music. I can hear when it's wrong. I can tell you how to fix it. I can't say that, or I am creating major problems. Suppose you're in the session, you're the engineer, you got the producer here, and then you got the backer, the guy that's putting up all the money in the room, backing the producer's idea for this project. And here we're sitting there, and we're playing along a little bit, and I notice nothing's happening, and I say to the producer out loud in the room, man, those horns are really out of tune. I think you should tune them. You know what just happened? You just pretty much destroyed the session, because the financier, the backer, says to himself, how come my guy didn't know that? How come he didn't say that? I'm paying him all this freaking money. He didn't open his mouth about the horns being out of tune? This freaking engineer knows nothing but up is louder. He tells him that. Supposing you put $40,000 into this project, what would you think? So you can't do that. You can't open your big musical mouth. And then they say, you know, grangle, 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 grangle. And they say, what do you think, man? It's a hit. Sounds like a hit to me, man. You're not being paid to evaluate their project. They're paying you by the hour to be in the room with them to get their stuff together. You are not the producer. Shut up. That's true.